I really want to take a look at that video again. This is President Biden. I think he's struggling to walk. OK, he's on the sand, but he's struggling. This was during his trip to the beach last night. The First Lady, she seemed to like they had to guide him through it. Liz Peek with us this morning. I think that's the new basement strategy. It should really be called the beach strategy. Keep him away from everything, but he still looks frail.
Well, look, I mean, there's a lot you can say about this. First of all, if you were his backers, would you want him talking to the press? Would you want him out there publicly mixing with crowds, making public pronouncements? No, because every time he does that, it's pretty much a disaster, and he makes either a terrible gaffe or says something that he actually means that is out of sync with what the White House is publicly telling people, and the White House has to pull it back. So, A, you don't want him out there in the public. B, yeah, as you said, the networks, the air is clouded with Trump-isms. I mean, Trump everywhere. Trump sucking all the oxygen out of the room, as always. And it is no happenstance that every time something bad happens to Joe Biden, there's an unpleasant story or something comes out about his son Hunter, all of a sudden something is published about Trump, or we have an indictment of Trump, or there's something about Trump that basically clears the headlines and everyone can get back to focusing on Donald Trump. But here's the problem. In the basement strategy in 2020 worked partly because the public had a very distorted view of who Joe Biden was. They thought he was a genial, middle-of-the-road politician who'd been around forever, would restore balance, sanity, transparency, to the White House, et cetera. And now they know that that is not true. He is not a genial person. He's sort of a nasty man who goes after MAGA Republicans, after his enemies with vigor and excitement and bitterness. He's also incredibly dishonest. I mean, if you and I put together the list of major lies he's told, not just about the economic situation, but about never talking to his son Hunter, all these things, you know, the public isn't fooled. Polling shows they know he's dishonest now. They know they don't care. He doesn't care about them. All of the stuff he's done has been basically for special interest groups like the teachers' unions or the environmental lobby or whatever to gain votes and money. So I think it's a very different time, Stuart. I don't think he can hide totally. And by the way, just to confirm what you're saying, in the second quarter, Politico just did a story on how there basically was no campaign. 4 people working for the campaign. They spent less than most of the people out there running for Senate. So, I mean, it's a very odd campaign, and you can kind of understand why.
I think the Democrats are going to make him walk away from it. That's just,
I do.
That's my opinion. I know you share it, and we've been saying this for some time.
I don't think he can run effectively for president of the United States. And by the way, their conviction that Donald Trump is an easy win for Joe Biden, I think that's being really called into question.
I agree.
By Obama.
Liz Peek?
Yeah.
Yes, by Obama. I think well said. Liz, thanks very much indeed.
Thank you very much for having me.